Hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before and if it's your first time, welcome. Glad to have you. So, what I wanted to talk about today was gratitude. Specifically, gratitude when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to working any sort of spell work, anything like that. You need to be in a place of gratitude. It's important that you are already on that vibration of being grateful. First, grateful for whatever you already have now. First and foremost, you need to be grateful. And if you feel like, well, I don't have anything, um, I all the things I want in my life, I don't have them. I don't have the house. I'm not driving a car. I don't have a car. I'm struggling. You're alive. You're breathing. I'm assuming you probably have some clothes on your back. You're not standing around naked right now. So you can be grateful for that. You could be grateful for just thoughts, ideas. You can be grateful definitely for ideas. If you're thinking of certain things, if certain things are coming to your mind and you're like, dang, I may not have all the resources right now, but eventually I know I can do something with this. Or if you have some ideas on just how to get out of your situation, be grateful that the ideas came to you. Find something to be grateful for and stay in that place of gratitude. Um, to me, one of the first steps that I have in receiving anything from the universe is to be grateful, to be in a place of gratitude. And it's not the fake kind of gratitude either, where you're kind of just saying it, but you really don't feel it. No, find something. I think we all can just be grateful in that moment for being alive, for just waking up that morning. If that's what you have, if it's got to be that bare, pick that. Um, for me, the most recent gratitude story there's something every day, but something that really stands out is when I was packing everything up and I was planning on moving from Florida to Arizona. Along the way, initially, I had a whole house, you know, uh, shipment that I had set up because my husband's company was going to ship all of our things out here from Florida. So when I was working with the moving coordinator, I was very clear about, yeah, we'll need to ship everything. And at that point, there were 3 bedrooms at that point and a garage worth of stuff. 3 vehicles. First it was going to be 2, but then we realized my daughter would have to come with us. So that's a lot of stuff. Even though it didn't seem like a lot at one time, it was a lot. And we get the quote back and it was like, wow, this is probably putting you guys a little bit over what's allowed. So it made us think, well, we could probably shave some things. Well, I'll just skip ahead. We went from thinking like that to me thinking, because my husband had to start the job and had to go. So on my own, I decided, I told him obviously before I did it, but I decided that, okay, so we need to purge. The only thing I kept was our beds and our bedroom furniture. And not even everybody. I got rid of my daughter's drawers and things like that she had. 'Cause she had those for too long. It was time to get rid of them. I got rid of everything else though. So the only furniture I have are some bar stools, a TV stand for the big 75-inch TV we had in our living room, 2 dressers, and our headboard and footboard, my daughter's headboard. That's the furniture we have. Office chairs, office furniture, that all breaks down. But that was the only furniture I purchased, that I brought with me. Everything else were boxes. And the more I gave, and I sold things, appliances, I sold them. The more I did that, the freer and lighter I felt. And at that point, I said, okay, I know I'm going to receive. I know I'm ready for a fresh new look once we get settled. I want a fresh new look. I don't want to take this furniture. There was nothing wrong with my furniture, but I didn't want to take it. I wanted a new look. I wanted a whole new vibe once we got settled in our new place. And the temporary place is an entirely different vibe, but I'm, going to be getting my own furniture and picking my own things out. I'm looking forward to that. I love decorating. That's also another thing. So it just brought me joy, so much joy and a lightness when I left because we didn't have all this stuff. Um, the thing about it is, because of that, I feel like everything else just sort of, the universe answered. I made room. So the condo we're staying in now, that we'll be staying in for a few more months, is decorated quite nicely. Everything is very plush and very luxurious, if you will. Here, it's nice bedding, the beds, the furniture, everything's nice. It's what I would get in my new. Actually, it gave me ideas for my new place. Um, but yeah, I think because I purged so much, I was able to make room, and that's what I kept thinking. If you remove these things, you'll make room for this and more. And I was already in a place of just feeling so grateful for what I know I was gonna, all the things I was gonna pick out and my new look. And I've started, of course, a Pinterest board for my ideas of how I'm gonna decorate and what style and what design, because my styles changed. Before, I liked the beachy look. We're in Florida. I didn't bring anything beachy to Arizona. I was like, well, maybe I want to bring a little bit of the beach. No, no, I don't want the seaside look. That I love it. I still think it's cute, but we're gonna leave that in Florida. Now that we're here in Arizona, I won't necessarily have a bunch of, cactus. I might get a cactus plant. I don't know, but maybe not a desert look, but a nice little earthy vibe. I definitely want a more earthy with a touch of glam mixed in, kind of like me. um, I also wanted to talk about gratitude journals. Um, because when we get on the subject of being grateful and expressing gratitude and being in a vibration of gratitude in order to manifest other things that you want in your life, people typically, oh, well, do you keep a gratitude journal? Do you write down, every day, the things you're grateful for, including, hey, I just woke up this morning. I'm grateful I'm able to come back to bed this morning, whatever it is. I tried that for a long time. Years ago, Oprah was still on TV, and she had given out, I don't know if anybody remembers this, these leather-bound journals. And they had gotten backed up in the mail, shipping out. People were getting angry. She gave it to us for free. All you had to do was go online and sign up, which I did. I don't know if you had to have the magazine. I forgot what the whole deal was, but I finally got the little gratitude journal. It was a cute book. So I wrote in the journal, and I wrote everything I was grateful for. That's how I started it. And it went from, I typically would only write when I was angry, sad, or just not feeling great. And I thought it was a good idea to focus on what I'm grateful for when that happens. But when I would go back and read over it, I knew instinctively that's not the vibe. I was trying to put myself in that vibration, but instead what I had been doing was ranting a little bit. Like, yeah, this happened, but at least this didn't happen, so I'm grateful for that. Like, I would write it that way. Then other times I would say I was legitimately grateful for something. It's like I noticed I was always putting a caveat. Also, it felt forced. I never felt it was natural. So basically I wasn't in a place of gratitude, is what I'm saying. I'm writing in this journal, but I'm not really feeling it. So I don't keep a gratitude journal, and I don't write things like that. Instead, what I do is scripting, and that works for me. Scripting is me basically using I am statements. If you're familiar with law of attraction, manifesting, is using I am statements. So I would say, I am so glad and so grateful that we're finally, in San Diego, so I get to see the beach again. I'm so happy and so grateful my husband and I finally decided we would just get in a car and drive to California, so we could take a break from the mountains and go see. We're staying here in this luxurious hotel, and I am elated that everything is so expensive looking, and they're taking care of us, and they're treating us like we're rock stars, like we're celebrities, that sort of thing. You would write that out, and you write it as if it's happened or already happened. I tend to write it as if I'm living it right now. And that's scripting. And the whole point of scripting is You're sort of writing out the manifestations, but you're physically writing it out. I find for me, and I think most people find this too, that when you put pen to paper, it gets real. That's when things sort of, there's some sort of thing with our brains or something. And even when you're studying, studying in school, if you're writing out, you're reading a book and then you're writing outlines out of what you're reading, you tend to retain the information. I think for me, when I script, I tend to believe it more because now it's written down and I understand it. I wrote it, but I understand it to be true now because it's on a piece of paper and I can read it back. So now it's true. It's real. This is happening. This is my life. This is happening. It just hasn't gotten here yet, but it's happening. So that's scripting. So I prefer that over gratitude journal because I'm speaking from a place of gratitude automatically. And I can speak from a place of gratitude about what it is I'm scripting about, whatever the thing is I'm manifesting, or just being grateful for what has already happened. It works either way. I don't know if you heard that laugh. That was my husband's in the other room. He's a gamer, so he's playing his game and probably talking to somebody or laughing about something on the game. But yeah, gratitude. I would just say when you're trying to do spell work, to put it more specifically about that, when you're doing spells and things like that, you already have to be mindful of your energy that you're coming with when you're doing the spell work. I will do, if I feel desperate, if I feel, because a lot of times I think when you're coming to do maybe some spell work or some magic or whatever, you might feel desperate, whether it's for love, for money, to make a situation work in your behalf, to get a job, whatever it is. You want to make sure that feeling of desperation is not coming on to you. So I suggest, first step, physically take a shower. Physically take a shower or a bath. I prefer a shower. I understand some people say soak in a bath, but I say a shower because one of the things I do is when I'm there in my mind, I'm picturing, just, if you can use a salt scrub, a sugar scrub, that's great because you're going to just basically saying you're scrubbing off all of the negative, all of the desperation, all of the feelings of lack comes to the surface and you're scrubbing it off your body. Scrub it off. Really lather up if you have soap, whatever it is, and then once you rinse and it goes down a drain and you stay there for a while and just let it completely, just continue to let the water rinse over you. And as it's doing so, you are in your head or you're speaking out loud that this is washing away all these feelings of, like, I understand that when I do this work or when I approach this work, I'm coming from a place of joy because it's already mine. It's already mine. So you start aligning yourself. You smile. Try to smile while you're in the shower and the water's coming down. Just smile. Okay. I'll take it a step further. Once I get out, dry myself off. I'm thinking you're refreshed. You're renewed. Everything is good now. You're clean. You're cleansed. So you're physically cleansed. I'm mentally cleansing. Everything I do at that point, any creams or lotions I put on, I'm speaking something positive about it, saying, you're a beautiful person inside and out. It's good to care for yourself. And this is as I just put the lotion on, whatever. Once I actually sit down to do the spell work, I'm now at a point, I'm so grateful. I know how to ground myself. Ground, breathe, do your breathing exercises. Grounding can be as simple as just doing breathing exercises. I do that. Other times I will actually imagine myself, my spirit self, roots coming out of me, out of my lower spine, going down into the earth and connecting. And to me, that's grounding. So there's this invisible connection. And I breathe. And then I'm able to calm myself, lower my heart rate, my blood pressure, get myself in a sense of calm. I'm not thinking about pretty much anything. I'm grateful I know how to do this, and then I can begin. And we just take it from there, and then I align myself with whatever it is I'm working on, whatever spell work I'm doing. But gratitude works that way also. So You know, I'm grateful I know how to ground myself. I'm grateful that I have the ability to will magic. It's okay. You can. That's okay. You could work from there and then you build it from that point. And then once you do the work, I'm grateful this is gonna happen. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm gonna get this job. Now that I've done this working, I know everything's gonna fall into place. And just stay in that feeling. You relax. Okay, it's done. Okay, now I can start planning for what am I gonna wear on my new job. You know, how am I gonna do this? Or think like that now. But gratitude's a big deal with any manifesting. And when I say manifesting, I'm always talking spell work, any craft work, because you're manifesting into reality. So you need to be grateful. You need to find some value in something in your life, and hopefully yourself, some ability where you just being you, and that's waking up in the morning. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So just to recap, don't do gratitude journals. Love scripting. And I have no more furniture. That's if you took nothing from this video, you can take that. She doesn't do writing a gratitude journal. She does scripting as her new favorite thing. And she has no furniture. But I'm gonna get some furniture soon enough. Once I get we get the place we really want and all that, then I can figure out what furniture I want. I have a storage unit. I have an extra large storage unit just so I can put stuff in it. So if I buy stuff before I have the place, I can store it. See, make room. All right. Again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll come back. But thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.